आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ। So hello YouTube, we are at the Doopti Kishti, that is the orange Chevrolet showroom, and right now in Hyderabad jump maringe tharo. As you all know, the Kawasaki dealerships been shut down and it's moving on to a new dealership. So by the time that comes down, all the bikes and all are parked here at the Chevrolet showroom. Oh, my friend right there on the ZX-10R owns these showrooms. So today is a very special feature because I'll be testing the Z650 and the Z900. So we'll be going for a short spin on both the bikes, first ride, first impressions. And to be very honest, I don't really like the 650. My bike standing there, this bike is here, and you can see it already looks teeny mini. So let's go ahead, ride it and see. आ जाओ। That's Rahul right there. Do say hello to him if you drop by to the Kawasaki or the Chevrolet showroom anytime. So the bikes have just received their TC numbers. This is the showroom registration numbers. Anyhow, and it's rainy season, so zara dekh samajh ke jana pad raha. So I'm on the Z650 now, and funny, the service manager guy is on the Z900. So first off, the Z650 looks different, looks very smallish. I think it looks kind of very similar to the Bentley 300. And no, I'm not a racist. I'm not saying this because I ride an ER6 and I personally love my bike. It looks very huge, but this thing, it looks smallish. And let's just get to a good stretch of road and see how it pulls. Bye. Okay, it does pull. Does feel slightly punchier than my bike. It's because of the lower curb weight, the exact curb weight and the brake horsepower, torque are on the screen as we speak. I don't like memorizing the numbers, but yeah, what I know is this bike makes a little less brake horsepower than my bike and a little more torque than my bike. So on paper it's a different story, but when you're riding it actually feels very small, nimble, compact. It's a simple concept. Nowadays bike manufacturers are pushing more towards smaller looking bikes. Like you see the old R1 Crossplane, there was a beauty. You see the new R1, it looks ugly as fuck, but that all results in, you know, weight distribution and, you know, lowering of the curb weight and blah 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 blah. So all that gives the bike better handling. I can already feel this bike is a lot more nimble, a lot more precise than my bike. My bike feels a bit heavy and all, you know. I kind of like heavy bikes, but yeah, if you're a first time rider or something, or even then, this thing is fun maneuvering in and around traffic. Very punchy, man. I think the power delivery is also smoother. I think they've done something to the throttle as well. It's very smooth. And the braking, ba 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 ba. Bahut dal teri bhai braking. So the braking was the biggest problem I have had with my ER6N. Though it was a little better than the Ninja 650, which was absolutely horrible, but still ER6N leaves a lot more to be desired. But this, my oh my, you just press it, 2 fingers, is all it takes for it all to come to a stop. Lol. And it's got ABS. So yeah, electronic fanboys rejoice. These bikes got ABS. I really like this instrument console and all that stuff. So this is just the first ride and first impression. I won't be going much into that, but yeah, feels a lot lighter, very nimble to handle. The engine, though low on brake horsepower, doesn't really feel low on power. It's because of the tuning that's been done to it. It's very fun, and I'm pretty sure it's very frugal as well. My bike itself gives me around 20 kmpl. So बहुत डाल दे रहे भाई, funny. And yeah, because of the Euro 4 emission norms, the bike is silent now, but there's somehow this kind of an air filter sucking in kind of sound which is coming from the bike. There's mixed opinions about that. So the prices have also been slightly hiked up, slightly nahi kafi, and that is something Kawasaki should not have done, because when I bought my bike it was for 5,60,000, which was a steal of a price, a lovely price, and I think they should have maintained the same, maybe increased a little bit, like 10-20,000 बढ़ा देते थे तो सही था, but they've increased it quite a lot, so you know, that's not something I'm a big fan of. So overall, should you go for this bike? Absolutely. It's very comfortable for the city, and I'm sure you can have a great time out on the highway as well. You put a visor on it and all that. Or yeah, if you're seriously into touring, I don't advise nakeds. Visor डालो, कुछ भी डालो भाई, wind blast फाड़ने वाला ही है. So you go for a 650 if that's what you're interested in touring. I like the tires and all also on this. क्या बात है. Showroom test ride turned to a street race when your friend owns the showroom. Lol. क्या हुआ भाई, एक्सीडेंट हो गया क्या? नहीं, दावत. क्या बोले, हाँ रोक देते. So summing it up for the Z650 first impressions, what do I like? The instrument cluster, the sitting posture, even the seat height is pretty low. The suspension, it's lovely. The suspension and the power delivery, it's a lot more usable and it feels a lot lighter than my bike. And braking, amazing. So that's it going on. What I don't like, price थोड़ा कम रहता था तो ठीक था. And you all know I don't really bargain that much, तो मेरे को कोई चीज़ महंगी लग रही तो कोई रीज़न से लगती. And the looks very smallish, doesn't really look like a 650. मेरी गाड़ी तो भी थोड़ा भद्दा दिखती. So though it is all done to minimize the weight, improve the handling and blah 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 blah, but you know, I think manufacturers should also put in a little more effort into how the bikes look, because आजकल के गाड़ियों का लुक्स एकदम कचरा आ रहा है. I mean, look at the R1M, look at that new Honda RCV, it's all bullshit. And look at the old bikes, the Crossplane R1, the Busa, beauties. So that's it for the first impressions of the Z650. Now moving on to, we'll just stop by. Funny will get on the Z650 and I'll get on the Z900.